Yo, Bobby, welcome to the old school game Suikoden. This game was released 1995. And now this is the HD remaster. Can really recommend it. Especially Suikoden 2 is one of the best JRPGs ever made with an incredible good story as well. Yeah, it's a really old game, yeah. Yeah, I can remember it. I guess it was even one of the first RPGs as well for PlayStation 1. Yo, thanks for the abos, Bobby. Yeah, I take it. I take it. Thank you. Yeah, Bobby, but here you see the HD remastered graphics. In the original, like, the game looked even more, like, old, I would say. Like, super pixel. Oh, there was a chest. What can I tell you about the game, Bobby? The game is about like runes in a game. Like you have 27 like true runs in a game, and several like normal runs as well. And but the peoples who have like or are aware of those true runs, they are super powerful. And yeah, the first game was good, like the story, but the second one was incredible good written. Because there was about two boys which are the best friends, and one get the true run of the black sword, and the other one of the shield run, the true one. And so they are then damned to fight each other, and they are good best friends, like. And like it has no voice, the game, but the thing which is written is very good. And that was Murayama back then. And the guy did like several games, like I guess also Castlevania one part, and the last entry game he made was a Eiyuden Chronicle on Steam, but sadly he passed away before the game did release. And yeah, it is a legendary JRPG, and I can really recommend, like especially the second one is really well made game. And yeah, it is this JRPG I know, which is from Japan, and it's not like super awkward like this guy now there. This Millie, this guy is a super narcissist. And he's also displayed like a bit like this, but otherwise the game is also very. It has some humor in it, but it is more like from the serious part or level, I would say. And what the cool thing is, like the goal of the game as well, beside like having a good story and all. You have to recruit 180 characters in each game, and some are really good hidden, like in a game world. For some, you have to do like stuff in a game, and when you get all of them, 108, not 80, sorry, 108, yes. And when you get all of them, you get the best ending in the game. And what I also have to say, especially in the second one, the characters are at some point so good written that a lot of people who played the game, like in the 90s back then, they can still remember those characters. And I never played Suikoden 1 because back then I couldn't speak English, and the original version was only released on English language back then. And the second one then also on German and French and so on. And now here also, like some characters which are appearing here in the first entry, they appear then also in the second and even in the third, and some even in the fourth and fifth entry of the series. Especially those two, like Flick and Victor, they have a big part in the second Suikoden as well. And really good game. It is this game, like the second one, it is not about the graphics. There it is really you play because of the story, and it is really well made, written. Yeah, it's a lot, yes. And then what also was, that was back then like a big thing, I would say. That was literally one of the first RPGs I can remember where you had like somewhat like a base. And that you have always a castle like this. This is from the first one. I would say like the castle in the second one was much better, like from the graphics and stuff and so on. But what interesting was back then is when you get more and more characters, like the castle is growing, and that is something you didn't have back then. Like it is like a housing future kind of. And it was one of the first who did that. And the second game I did then see or played back then, which had like a similar future, was Morrowind, the Elder Scrolls, where you had this expansion, the one where you could build a whole village, like what was it called again? Blood Moon, yes. The Elder Scrolls Morrowind Blood Moon expansion, and there you could build like a whole village. But this is even older, like 1995. And already had this idea from like having like a base, like a housing. Sadly, you cannot decorate it or something like that, but like technically, I guess it was not really possible back then. Yeah, that's really cool, and I like this because here you see like the beginning of the gaming you have like today. And you see, like back then, even in the 90s, like the developers were super creative, like how they wanted to build like those games. And for me, like this graphics, yeah, it looks super dated, but it has still like this charm. I cannot really see this game in a 3D, and I guess like Konami did see it like this as well. So they kept like the original flavor of the game still. They improved like the textures. Yeah, it's the HD remaster. I mean, like the original version looks like a lot worse, I would say, from like the details of the textures and that stuff. But they kept like the art style of the game because it has its own charm, and because Suikoden 3, on the other hand, it was then 3D because that came out on PlayStation 2, and of course also Suikoden 4 and 5, they were then all on 3D. And what's cool is like it has a turn-based combat system, and what also like really cool was about this game, you have then also like battles. Which are played like a chess a bit. Then you have like a map with armies and so it had also like a lot of strategies parts into the game. Good story. And what I can say, like in Suikoden 2, you have an enemy. This guy, his name is Luca Blight. This is one of the most evil guys in the gaming history. There is, I mean, this guy was so written so good. Like this guy is completely crazy in the head. It's a brains which is going super mad and like is completely blem in the head, I would say. And that is such a well-written evil person. And yeah, even a lot of people who played like Suikoden say this is one of the most well-written antagonists in a game. Yeah. And the first one was like their first game. How long is the game? I mean, depends how fast you are. I mean, when you play like more chill, it is around like 50 hours, I would say, around like when you want to get everything out of it. The second one is a bit longer. There, I would say, it is 60 hours long. Like with a normal playthrough. Depends also how hard you set the game settings. But on a normal, I would say like the first one 40, 50 hours, the second one 60 hours. But I can really say, really good game. It is one of the best JRPGs ever made, like the series. And it is still like super sad because there is the Suikoden revival movement even, where the fans tried like to say Konami that they should make a Suikoden 6. That they should make more Suikoden because it is really a legendary series for many people who played back then those games. And see here about this stone, you see like all these characters, like every star, and you have to gather all the characters. Like you can, of course, most of them you can use then also in a combat, and they have like different weapons and styles and stuff. And that's all those ones. Like all the guys you see, like which are walking here around, they are literally like the characters I recruited. And some of them have then also like background stories. Especially this guy, Luke. He appears in several Suikoden games here. This guy, but I want to spoil too much. This guy as well. He will also come back in Suikoden 2. Can you remember him? And yeah, the game has a really special flavor. I mean, first, like the graphics a bit woo, but when you get into it, it is I can really recommend it. I don't know, man, is this game even on does it have like Italian translation? It could be even now. Like the HD remaster on Steam has both. Like both games are in one package. You get Suikoden 1 and 2. You don't have to buy like them separately. And it is a good remaster. Like the art is still there, like of the original games, but it looks more crispy. Like all the textures and a bit more detail to it. And they did also like introduce a bit quality of life stuff, so you can make the combat faster. So because you have still like this, like in Pokemon, that you have like random enemies showing up. You don't see them, and some people get a bit nerfed from that sometimes. And so you can at least like make the combats faster and automatic as well. And so that's super cool. I like this game, like a very good series. But the second one definitely better, like from a story point, and also like mechanics a bit. It is more fleshed out. Yeah, and that's like the funny thing. Like Claire Obscure, like the combat system, and Suikoden is similar. Like the Claire Obscure is. Did get the combats like from the games from Final Fantasy, the old ones, like Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, and 10. They also had that turn-based halved action combat system. And Persona, like this is also, they use turn-based, and that's why I also love Claire Obscure, that like those turn-based combat games come a bit back again, because always only the same action games get super boring. Because turn-based I like, because it is more has more tactic in it. Because you have to look what will be in round 2. Do I have to heal my characters, or go full damage, or use some spells and that stuff? And I like that, because it is a good mix as well. So, and when you like Claire Obscure, the combat system, you will like it here in Suikoden as well. And as well as Claire Obscure, you can play this game also with a PlayStation controller or an Xbox controller or any other controller as well. That's also nice to know. It's pretty similar, like the combat system even, yeah, I would say. That's why I said on Declare Obscure stream, I'm used to turn-based combat. Also, like the older Final Fantasy, I started with Final Fantasy 6. I played Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 I left out because that was an online and it wasn't that good. And Final Fantasy 12 I played as well. And then I stopped. I don't know. I mean, my Final Fantasy 13 and 14 didn't appeal me to that much, I guess. Where is this fucking Matthew, man? Oh, here. And it is super chill and also no voice, so you have to read. So the game also plays a bit like an interactive a book as well, and I like that sometimes. Like super chill, like in an evening, so hard day, and then playing a bit like a calm game like this. Yeah, sure, Bobby. Sleep well. Yeah, we see us tomorrow. We're gonna play some Project Zomboid tomorrow together. Sure. Thanks for joining, and thanks for the abo. Very appreciated. And yeah, sleep well. Buonanotte. I'm gonna make a short break. We'll be back soon. Okay, I'm back. Okay, guys, I'm gonna end the stream here. Looks like I have to reload the save, sadly. Did miss the point that I wanted to go with Milch back to Scarleccia because there are 2 characters still I had to recruit, but looks like I have to do that before. But thanks, guys, for watching, and yeah, we'll then see how this battle will go. I wish you a good evening, sleep well, and thanks.